Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We got a great one today. It's a bit of confusion about this sort of thing. We've got 3 modules here. As you can see, they've got different amounts of text in them, but we made them all the same height and we've aligned them the same way. People seem to be struggling with this, and we're using the great new Flex system to do this today, and I'll show you exactly how. It's really easy. And it works on modules, columns, rows and sections. So let's dig in. I've got this page open here in my Divi builder. Well, let's just start a new row and we'll start from scratch. So I'm going to hit the green button to add a new row. I'll do what I did above. Let's add 3 columns to the row, and for convenience let's just throw a call to action in. With the call to action, the button doesn't show up until you put a link in for it. Let's just do that down below. I'll throw in a placeholder link. And as you can see there, the button's shown up. Little too much padding each side. Easy. Go over to design and spacing. There's the padding. Let's perhaps just give it 20 either side. Fantastic. We've got a pretty regular call to action type module there, as you can see. Let's just duplicate this a couple of times. Little square button. We can move one of them across, drop it in the next column. We'll do the same thing. We'll just duplicate. We'll move one across, drop it in the next column. I've got a spare one there. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so I've got 3 identical modules here. Let's go into our second one. Let's make sure I'm in the right one here. In the text, let's just shave off a bunch of the text here. And we'll do similar for our third one. And let's perhaps shave it off right there. I'll put a period in there. Okay, well, at the moment, we've got them all different heights. I mean, they look okay, but it'd be really nice to have them the same height and everything lined up nicely. So if we go into our second one here, go into design, we can go down to sizing. And in size, you'll find grow to fill. If you click on that, it's going to drop it down. So it's the same size as the longest one in the column there. And of course we can do the same one with this one. If we click on it, we'll be in the right place. Just hit sizing, grow to fill. And we've got them all the same size there as well. But for anybody with OCD, or anybody that just likes to have things the way they like to have them, we can also go in and align the contents like I have above here. So all the buttons are lined up, all the titles are lined up. And we can do that with our Flex system. So this first one I'm going to leave alone because it's filling up all the space that we have available. This second one here, let's go into it. In design and layout, you'll see that it's set to flex. And flex is amazing. You can do all kinds of things. You can flip it the other way up if you want to, so the button's on top. You can squish them in left to right if you want to. But for the time being, I'm going to leave it top to bottom column. But just below, we've got justify content. And you can do some great things here. By default, it's all squished up at the top here. With start, we can align it center or justify it center. We can justify it on the end here. And here's where things get really interesting. We can do it with space between, which is going to put the top element, the title, on the top, and the bottom element, the button, on the bottom. And that's exactly what I want right there. But you've got other options such as space around, which gives both modules a similar space around. And we've also got space evenly, which will take the whole module itself and apply different spacings between the top bit and the bottom bit so that everything's got the equal space there. And these are amazing settings and make it really easy to make your layouts look good. Let's pop that back to space between so we've got top and bottom there. Perfect. And all we need to do is do the same for this next one next door. If I just click on it, we're in the right place. Space between, and we've lined those up. And like I said, you can do that with rows, you can do that with columns, you can do it with sections, and as you've seen here, you can do it with modules. So if I was to add another row here, let's put 2 columns in it, and we'll do it with a column this time. Let's throw in a call to action and a button, and let's throw in a blurb. And again, we'll use another button here. As you can see, there are different heights and sizes there. Now, if I go into the row itself, it's got 2 columns, a left and a right. Under content and elements, you'll find them. Let's go and give our row a background. Doesn't matter what, I'm going to make it black for argument's sake. And you can see by default it's stretching to the size of the column with the most content here, or the longest column, which is great. And let's now go into our other column. I'll just go back here, we're into the row, elements, second column, background, I'll make that one similar color. Perfect. And if we just go back to our design and sizing, we're in the column here. You can actually align it to the start, the top, center, bottom, or you can stretch it, which is pretty much the default that we've got going on here. But where the flex comes in, which is perfect, if I go into this column here, we want to make sure we're in the right column. Let's go back to the row, content elements. Number 1 is the left column. Go over to our design now and layout. We can still use those flex settings. As you can see, it's set to flex. We can flip it the other way up, so the button's on the bottom. We can put them side by side, any way around you want. And of course, let's flip it back to how it was. We can use our justify settings. Let's pop them in the middle, bottom, space between, space around, and space evenly. So there's some fantastic options there. Like I say, it'll work on modules, it'll work on rows. Really great way of organizing your modules and rows to have everything looking nice and uniform when you have different amounts of content in there. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. Let's make sure this is all going to work on the front end. Do a quick save. And let's preview on the front end. And here's my originals. Here's the ones that we built. And here's the same principle applied on a couple of columns there. So don't forget, if you have any questions either about Divi 4 or Divi 5, pop them down below. I'll do my best to answer them if I can, or make a little demo video just like this one. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignertechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.